Well, the world as we know it has changed 6 months ago dramatically. Many conference organizers like myself have made decisions to either move the conferences that were planned to virtual conferences or to hybrid conferences, or to move them into autumn 2020 or even further beyond 2020 into 2021. Looking at the virtual conferences, quite a few of the organizers have gone virtual in many formats, but what we have really found is that the physical contact is absolutely missing. The knowledge transfer is definitely given, but one should certainly not underestimate the importance of having a glass of wine in the evening in the bar and the aspect of networking. So looking at hybrid conferences, they are still quite rare, but the Hotel Forum is going to take place as a hybrid conference this year on the 7th of October. So considering the current travel restrictions in place, I'm actually quite looking forward to joining the conference physically in Munich next week. So looking at hybrid formats, you have got the knowledge transfer, but at the same time you choose to you have the option to join the conference also physically in person. Depending on the state of Bavaria, we will still see how many people are going to be allowed at the conference next week. Well, we are now in autumn 2020, and conference organizers who were lucky enough to move their conferences from the spring into the first 2 weeks of September had this small window of opportunity where we still had the freedom of moving around, less restriction in the German-speaking countries, and we could organize conferences, of course, taking the health regulations under consideration. Moving into the middle of September, travel restrictions were put in place again, and conference organizers were forced to make decisions impacting the organization of conferences again. I have actually been organizing an international hotel investment conference for the last 4 years, and in 2020 I actually started organizing this conference twice. The first time in January, February, and then with the lockdown middle of March, I made the conscious decision to put everything on hold. Towards the middle of this year, new partnerships were formed, new ideas being put in place, and we were starting to organize the conference for the autumn of 2020 again, under the headline, "We are in this together," which we are not just as new partnerships, but the whole industry is in this together. And our plan was to showcase that a healthy conference could be organized under the current circumstances, and also supporting our industry at the same time. Middle of September, the governments, some governments of Europe have actually put Vienna on the risk list. So we were forced into making a decision that, given the current circumstances, an international conference is not, we are not able to organize it in autumn of 2020. So we are putting our ideas in place, ready for 2021 for an even more spectacular event in autumn of 2021. I think we have to look at it on a short-term basis and on a long-term basis. On a short-term basis, I think the conferences will still be taking place, but more on a regional basis, where people don't have to cross borders to come together, and on a very limited amount of people joining those conferences. So small exclusive gatherings on a regional level, I think, are certainly my suggestion for the short-term future. Looking a little bit further ahead towards the autumn of 2021, I am pretty confident that we can actually go back to a kind of a normal that we have come to get used to pre-corona, and have our international gatherings again. Whether they will be in the same amount and in same numbers that we've seen previously, I don't know. But I think as of autumn 2021, we certainly will be able to meet again. Well, I've been lucky to join the BKF Hotel experts earlier this year, and we have made a conscious decision, even under the current circumstances, to develop international independent hotel investment conferences. So we are using this time now, the next 6 to 8 months, to develop new concepts, to develop a new brand, to set all the marketing initiatives, and then we are pretty confident that towards the second half of next year, we will be able to launch the brand and organize those conferences as we are planning right now.